Okay, let's go.
Okay, welcome back to American Rants Unredacted. This is episode 16. Make sure I got it right this time. In a previous episode, I talked about flock cameras and how they're popping up all over the nation and how people feel about it. So this is kind of like a continuance of that. Let's make it like a part 2. But also, we're going to touch base on your cell phones taking pictures of you while you're not paying attention, like you can't see it, doing like through like the front lens, and your TVs, which I assumed, but I didn't know 100%. But anyways, I pulled a few clips, and let's go through them, and let's comment on them.
A police officer used flock cameras to falsely accuse a woman of a crime and told her, "You can't get a breath of fresh air without us knowing." Take a look.
We have cameras everywhere in that town. You can't get a breath of fresh air in or out without us knowing. You were in town from 11:52 until 12:09. Exactly. Like I said, nothing gets in or out of the town without us knowing.
This took place in a small town in Colorado. The police officer is a sergeant of the nearby Columbine Valley Police Department, and the woman is a local financial planner. The sergeant showed up to her house and accused her of stealing a package from a porch. When she denied it, he cited the town's sweeping automated surveillance web consisting of flock safety cameras. He claimed to have definitive proof, saying that her truck had crossed town lines from 11:52 until 12:09 exactly, and that she had driven through the town 20 times over the past month. He immediately gave her a criminal court summons for theft without investigating further. So she was forced to act as her own detective to overturn the automated police narrative. She downloaded data from her Rivian electric truck, which tracked her exact GPS movements. She gathered security footage from her tailor, showing she was miles away getting clothes fitted during the exact time window of the theft. After being faced with undeniable counter evidence, the chief of police voided her criminal summons. We're going to see a lot more of this in the future, where cops and even the government choose to rely on automated data instead of actually investigating a case, causing innocent people to be falsely charged with crimes.
Okay, that's just crazy. I mean, it's like the guy in Colorado whose plate was flagged and saying that he had a warrant somewhere when he didn't, and he got pulled over several times, been arrested, and they just kind of got to remember that, oh, this guy's plate keeps pulling up, but he did nothing wrong. Obviously, there's a lot of flaws going on in this system, so until they fix that, I think they just need to take it down.
They can take control of your smart TV remotely, and they can make the speaker turn into a microphone. So even though the TV is off, it can still hear everything that's being said in the room and broadcast back to the CIA.
Can they do that with
Ingenious
devices? Do they?
Oh, they could do that. When I first got hired, they were able to do that.
So they could be doing that right now with
totally.
my iPad.
Absolutely, yes. That's old technology. And then the thing about the car, this was revelatory. They can take control, again, remotely, of a car's computer system in order to, in order to kill you.
Crash the car.
Crash the car, take it off a bridge, take it into a tree.
Anybody remember that the missing scientist cases? There was like a newer one that they added to the list where this guy left his place. He ended up at a international airport in the parking garage, and then ended up leaving, and somehow his self-driving car made him crash through a median into like a forest area, hit a tree, and incinerated the man. And also, I don't know who it was, but maybe someone can let me know in the comments here, but there was a military member who I believe car just crashed and they caught on fire. I know it was like a higher ranking general or something like that. So if you know who that is, let me know in the comments. But the fact that they're able to do that, I mean, what can we do to fight against that? I mean, last time I checked, well, it used to be where they would have to get a warrant to spy on us, but apparently that doesn't need to happen anymore with the Patriot Act. But I don't know. I mean, Americans can't come together on a lot of things, But I think this one thing, this whole surveillance country that they're trying to put in, the more they're trying to make it like China, I think we are all coming together saying, fuck no.
Buy a cheap green laser pointer, 1 milliwatt or above, and shine them on a flock camera, because that would be wrong. It would destroy the delicate sensors in those flock cameras, and we don't like that here at the Lincoln Project. No one should buy those, easily available on eBay, Amazon, and other places, super inexpensive green laser pointers, and shine them on flock cameras to destroy their lenses. That would be absolutely wrong. I condemn it utterly.
Thank you so much for that condemnation, Rick. I would never do something like that, and I am so
It would just be wrong.
It would be so wrong.
So, Deflock America is becoming a thing. And there's some things that you should probably know about flock cameras before you make any decisions on whether they have a right to exist or not. They're basically computers. They have a modem and router attached to them, and they have multiple wireless capabilities, including networking and connecting to anything and everything that might come in its vicinity that has a wireless network as well, including your car, your phone. So, and I'm not condoning this. I am not saying to go and do this. Before I say that, I am not condoning destruction of property. Don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But maybe take your phone out of your pocket before you commit any acts.
I've been seeing that a lot lately on some of these videos where people are always giving, tips on what to do to take these cameras down. But I don't think a lot of people are actually doing that, but I could be wrong. I mean, it makes a difference doing it that way, I guess, but not as impactful.
They put a flock camera up near my house. I'm not okay with that. I'm not all right with that. It would be a real shame for the local crackheads to learn there's about $300 worth of copper and metal inside of those things, and they're not hard to get down. What an evil thing, though. Like, it's named Flock. Like, it's just talking about how we're sheep, man. Like, that's not cool. And they put it up on the 4th of July weekend, man. That's just, like, ultimate irony. You can't do that. Whatever, man. I'm in the parking lot at church, and I'm going to go in here and pray for whatever demonic entity is making those flock cameras happen. They go away. Fight about in the comments, destroy your local flock camera, and follow me for more content like this. Spitting bars, selling cars.
At the CIA on our very first day, they told us not to ever say or do anything that we would be ashamed to see on the front page of the Washington Post. I took that seriously. The truth of the matter is, because of technology the way it is today, our whole lives are out there potentially for someone to see, for someone to use against us. So be careful what you say, be careful what you write, even in jest, because it can be taken out of context to target you.
And what about digital security? You talked about the fact that it's possible for these forces, and not just the US, but other countries, to be able to hack and crack your devices and see anything on your devices. I think we all go around assuming that our devices are secure.
They're not secure at all. At all. It's not just, NSA, CIA, FBI that you have to worry about. It's the British, the French, the Germans, the Canadians, the Australians, the New Zealanders.
Flying.
How did we get here to all these cameras and all the abilities just to spy on American people? I mean, I get the whole thing where, if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't have anything to worry about it. But like he was saying, and like some of the previous clips, they're just collecting all this data on you. You may slip up here in like 5 years from now, and then they're going to pull something out of context from either a text message or something you just said into your car that they were listening, and build that case against you, when it could have been just like, an anger moment or a completely innocent, just joking moment with somebody else in the car, and they're just going to leave that fact out. So, I mean, there's a line here that they are not just putting a toe over, they just full on jumped over it.
Flock cameras, you guys, let the mass surveillance begin. Also, did you see the city of Cape Coral in Florida is talking about putting an AI system with cameras on the back of their trash trucks to scan neighborhoods? I'm gonna play that video in a second. First, let's talk about these flying flock cameras, which I'm just gonna call a flock of birds. So they can be deployed in seconds from these pods that are placed on rooftops. So if there's a hit on a license plate, an active BOLO, or a 911 call, they can dispatch these DFRs, which are drones, as first responders. So they have a max speed of 60 miles per hour. They can read license plates from up to 2,000 feet away, and they have a coverage area of 50 square miles per system. So they can stream live thermal, zoom, and standard video to dispatchers and responding units. And they can use these to help clear false alarms, such as unfounded alarms or misidentified situations. So they can reach an area in under 90 seconds, and they don't have to compete with traffic. So they have a chance of intercepting a vehicle before it leaves the city limits. Call me crazy, but with all this mass surveillance, I expect virtually no more missing children.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, that I'm kind of okay with. Like, maybe like, you know, some sort of like shooting or you know, a big robbery or something like that where people are actually injured. I'm okay with that. Keep a stockpile of drones on the building, you know, like 10 in each little hub or whatever, but only deploy for like very serious crimes. I think everyone would be okay with that. I mean, all you're doing is following, you know, the person who blew up the bank, or, you know, there was a shooting at a school, or if there was, you know, just a shooting in general. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Just keep the drones parked until something like that happens.
Very interesting things that we are exploring right now with AI. Code has already looked at a software that will put cameras on trash trucks that drive up and down every single street. And that software has the ability to identify bad roofs, broken windows. We could easily, if we deploy this, we could look at saying, tell us when there's construction material at the curb. Because if someone's got an entire tub and a kitchen at their curb, it's likely they're doing a remodel that needs a permit. So we're not there yet. We've demoed it and we've looked at it. The issue then becomes, well, what if we get 3,000 of them a week? Then we don't even have a manpower issue to resolve. So
Now, I could be wrong, but I was looking at this dude in Cape Coral. I think that might be him. So if you guys want to complain about this, anybody in Florida and the Cape Coral area, there he is. That's your council member. That's his number. That's his email. All public knowledge, obviously. But so it's almost like we're going to be empowered. We're going to give AI power to HOAs and all this other bullshit. I mean, they're already squeezing us for everything we got, and now they want to do something even more. It's getting out of hand. I mean, where is the fucking line when it comes to watching Americans and surveying us?
we're exploring how and to best deploy it.
Let's be real here. If the city of Cape Coral is talking about doing this, I'm sure other cities are talking about doing this also. They're saying that this can help them find violations such as overgrown yards, bulk trash improperly left on the curb, or as you heard, people doing remodels without permits.
Yeah, I agree with that. If they're going to be doing it there, they're going to be doing it definitely in other counties of Florida, also other states in the United States, obviously. So pay attention, people. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to all the cameras going up. I mean, if you guys got a problem, everyone needs to say something about it. They all need to come together.
Equipment in multiple locations. A viral report has emerged online claiming
people are actually doing it.
that flock security cameras are being targeted with laser pointers, raising concerns about damage to surveillance equipment in multiple locations. According to the circulating accounts, individuals have allegedly been using green laser pointers directed at the cameras, which may interfere with their sensors or temporarily disrupt functionality. In some reported cases, the devices were said to stop working properly and required maintenance or replacement. The incidents have reportedly led to increased repair costs for the company operating the systems. Technicians are sent out to assess and restore affected units. The exact extent of the damage has not been independently verified. Online reactions to the situation have been mixed, with some users expressing approval.
I don't know. I saw that guy, and he was telling people not to do it. He was just letting them know that the green lasers may affect the camera, but he advised people not to do it.
Or encouragement of the behavior, citing concerns about surveillance and privacy, while others have warned that intentionally damaging public or private monitoring equipment may carry legal consequences. Authorities in the company have not issued detailed public statements confirming the scale of the issue, and it remains unclear how widespread the problem is or how many devices have been affected.
Well, I think people have made it very clear they don't want the cameras around the city, or they don't want to be monitored. They don't want to be tracked. So if all these reports keep popping up all across the United States, maybe they need to take the hint.
My girl works at a hospital and sends me a picture and tells me, which she is the opposite of me, and it gets kind of difficult talking with somebody who doesn't understand and doesn't want to understand, but at the same time it keeps me grounded because I would just go crazy with stuff, and I did for a little bit until I had to bring myself back down. But look into health chips. They're chipping people and calling it health monitors.
Health chip health monitors. Sorry, I just want to see what I can find on that. Medical chip implants are small electronic devices placed under the skin or in the brain. Is that like the Neuralink, or is it different? They range from RFID, NFC chips, from identification and contactless payment, and advanced neutral interfaces, like Neuralink, it says. Designed to restore motor functions and record brain signals for those with severe paralysis. So they are chipping people. I don't know if they're doing it for the reasons that they're implying in this video, but I mean, we all knew about Neuralink, but apparently this is just like it. It's not exactly Neuralink.
And you should really go look into it, because she doesn't freak out very often, and she knew exactly what it was, and I didn't have to say a word. I do have pictures, and I have an article on it, but you can go look them up.
I'm assuming that's her.
They're just little tiny chips that they put into you. Yeah. Go look into it.
Most people think they're just a hardware store, but Home Depot is quietly turning into a mass surveillance company. Home Depot uses flock cameras in its parking lots and shares that data with local police. Those cameras can also connect to a nationwide flock network. In many states, federal immigration agents reach that network through local police, so Home Depot's promise that it doesn't grant federal access doesn't really protect you. And that's just in the parking lots. Home Depot says in their privacy policy that they collect biometric information, including facial recognition, in-store camera video and audio, and your Wi-Fi activity, as well as your precise location. And of course, it's not just Home Depot. Lowe's runs the same flock cameras, and one sheriff's office in Texas can tap into them at 173 different Lowe's locations around the country. And like Home Depot, Lowe's uses facial recognition on shoppers too. I used to shop at Home Depot and Lowe's before I knew they were contributing to mass surveillance. Now, before I buy from any company, I use the Conscious app first. It tells you who's really behind the companies you buy from, if they contribute to mass surveillance, and how ethical they really are. The more people who see what big corporations are doing, the harder it gets for them to keep doing things like this quietly.
I mean, Is anybody actually surprised that ICE would be, tapping into those cameras to try and find illegal immigrants? I mean, especially at like Home Depots. Well, at least back like years back. I mean, I don't really see it that often now, but I remember there used to be gangs of people just hanging out there waiting for some foreman to be shopping and need a couple extra guys, and they'll pick a couple people, they do some labor, they get paid. I mean, I haven't seen that a lot lately. I can't even think of the last time I did see that, but it may be happening in other states. But I don't think anyone is actually shocked that other agencies would abuse these cameras. So maybe we should just get rid of them. Couldn't do it. I couldn't even do the masking during the vid. I just sat there on my neck, and then people are like, "Oh, where's your mask?"
Placed them. A man is currently facing up to 18 years in prison because he destroyed 3 flock cameras and replaced them with peace flags. This case involves a 44-year-old named Javon Martinez of New Mexico who destroyed these cameras, and in their place, he put American civil peace flags. These are often used by sovereign citizen or anti-government groups to signify non-combatant status or a distinct legal jurisdiction. People are outraged over this case because it exposes a very obvious double standard in the justice system. Keep in mind, none of Epstein's clients have spent a second in jail, but a citizen is facing nearly 2
Right, and that still pissed me off. I want the other fucking 3 million files.
decades in prison because he dismantled cameras that are being used for unconstitutional mass surveillance. The pushback against flock cameras isn't happening for no reason. There have been several documented cases of these cameras fueling government and police overreach. There's also lawsuits that argue flock networks establish permanent tracking databases of innocent citizens without a warrant, which is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. And flock camera misreads have frequently led to innocent civilians being pulled over at gunpoint, jailed, or harmed by police dogs due to bad information. On top of all that, federal agencies like CBP and ICE have been caught bypassing local authorities to secretly harvest citizen data using these cameras.
Flock cameras have been removed from my city and their contract has been canceled. What you see right behind me here is a now empty pole that used to hold a complete Flock AI camera setup, and that is now gone. This is all thanks to grassroots organizers in my community who badgered the local police about these cameras and showed up to every local government meeting and town hall to keep constant, consistent pressure on the issue of citizen surveillance by a private company. And it worked. The Flock contract is officially canceled and the cameras are all coming down. So if you're seeing Flock cameras pop up in your area, which you can always check by going to deflock.me, just know that there is a template for getting them removed. All it takes is a few folks who are willing to put in the work and ask the hard questions and pressure local authorities for answers.
Okay, and I agree. There is a good legal way to get our point across and get this stuff done. But ask yourself, how many times have they voted against what the people want? We've all seen it. We all know what happens. So who's to say even if you do it the right way, they're going to listen? Okay, so this is the one that I was talking about where your phone takes pictures of you. Apparently, you're not able to see it unless, I don't know, like they're doing right here, like they're showing a girl being recorded, like she knows it's happening, to show everyone that the phone is actually taking the pictures. It's crazy.
Yes, your smart TV is spying on you. This is how you stop it. Go to home and find your settings. Then you want to scroll down to privacy. Because I don't know about you, but my TV faces my bed. So that is private. Go over to advertising and you want to click on personalizing ads. Because this setting is designed to personalize ads that are tailored to you. But in order to tailor it to you, they have to track you and see exactly.
Now pay attention. This shit is actually legit. I didn't think it was, but I have a Roku TV, went upstairs. I followed what this person was saying, and I realized that everything that they're saying is true, and I went ahead and turned all of it off. I mean, like the CIA guy was saying, even if the TV is off, or even if we go through all these settings, there's still a way in.
What it is that you like. So uncheck that. Go back and go down to voice. Go up to microphone, and you want to uncheck this. It tells you right here that a third party will access your microphone for your TV. Uncheck that. Then head on back to the smart TV experience. This is the kicker. Uncheck this because it's telling you that it's using your content from your TV's antenna and all of your connected devices to suggest streaming content and personalized ads. What? Listen, Roku shares your information for ad and measurement purposes. No. Uncheck that. There you go. You just dumbed down your TV. You're welcome.
Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, are you seeing the cameras pop up all around your city, your town, your state? How do you feel about it? How are you guys feeling about being a surveillance state? This is turning into China. It's turning into 1984. Got all these smart cities that are starting to be planned and popping up. Everything is just being controlled. They're chipping people. Your phones are just taking random pictures of you. Who knows what you're doing? You could be just standing in the mirror after a shower, invading your privacy and just snapping pictures of you, probably while you just have a towel on. How do you guys feel about that? Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Just go ahead and leave me a comment. Share with me what you guys think. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe, do all that fun shit, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.